Hello and welcome everybody. I am Agent Baphomet, and this is a Half-Life Alyx mod that hopefully most of you guys probably know about. It's called Gunman Contracts. I played the second one on the channel before. I think the first one probably happened around the time when like my whole Twitch channel purged, like every 6 months. If you're not, an affiliate or partner, they whip out your VODs. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to play both of them on stream, but this isn't going to be the same as the first time when we got the haptic suit on for this run. But secondly, we have something else. There's an add-on that you can get where not only can you have the pistol, which has been modified from its original design, but you can also have this SMG, which for some reason appears as a pistol as well. Interesting thing about this is it does have a two-handed grip. If you've played Half-Life Alyx, you know you actually can't do that with any of the weapons they have. They're all one-handed by design. But I don't know that actually does anything else for you besides just, giving your hand a place to rest. But let's get into the actual game here. So the premise is that there's this girl who has been kidnapped by this guy named Aaron Vask. Except this looks like I'm actually playing the second version of this, not the original. Normally the original requires a bag to be grabbed. I guess we'll find out when we go into staging here. Yeah, this is the chapter 2. This wasn't supposed to be chapter 2. So I'm going to have to go back to the main menu here and try to load it. I swear I selected the first version of this. Maybe the second version just can't be on at all. Yeah, this confirms what I thought. I did select the correct version. So I'm going to turn off the second version. It's also possible that the SMG mod is only compatible with the first version, even though it does say that it does work with both, so I'm not sure what's going on here. This is the first time I've done this, it's the first time I've done this, SMG mod for this mod. The mod for a mod. But it makes the game completely unrecognizable if you're unfamiliar with it. It doesn't even seem like Half-Life Alyx at all. Okay. Yeah, okay, now we're on the right version. I do need to turn on continuous turn here. Now, for some reason it looks like I am not even... There we go, in continuous mode. So this mag gives me unlimited ammo for both weapons. We're all ready to go. Yeah, so I guess you can't have the second one on when you're trying to do this. It just... Maybe it's based on the save, because I saved over the second version. Maybe that's why I did that. Alright, so the first version of this, at least originally, was designed so you could save during it, and the second version, he removed that feature. So I don't know if this is going to be all in one go. It might be, so I'm going to try not to die. But I think I might be able to save. At least with this one. Whereas with the second chapter, I have to go through the whole thing without dying once. Okay, so I just need to enter the bar.
Hello, Baph.
Hey, Fenna. Just need to enter the bar, except I can't seem to move. I'm not sure what's going on here. There we go. So, it gives me the same warning that I don't remember seeing the first time I played this, but the idea is sort of to have an element of surprise, even though it's really not going to help us. Anyways.
Hey, Chucklehead, the bar's closed.
Fenana.
Already a bad start here. So wait, there's no health indication for this first version that I can remember. Oh, here we go. They do have that little add-on strip here. There we go. That's a terrible start. At least I have retries in this version now, so. Yeah. Probably not gonna make it through. I'm gonna reload the whole thing here. Cats caught me off guard. I think I'm gonna turn off the text to speech just for now. Hiding the gun, not hiding the gun. It really doesn't matter. This is the same weapon that the enemies use. I was going for the mag itself because on this weapon there's no mag release that I know of. Actually, it's right here, but you'd still have to grab the mag for a release unless you can stretch your thumb that far. Got the health band here. There is no other way to see your health unless you're on. Maybe you could probably see it if, like, I was seeing what you guys saw and have the spectator HUD on. I turned that off because it messes with my overlays. We'll access this part. Okay, we have two health healing items here. I'm not gonna be able to hold both of them with my like health gauge on. I could remove the health gauge, but what I really like in this kitchen is the attention to detail that he went through to make everything look like it would belong in this world. Like, there's no head crabs like you would find in, like, obviously the normal Half-Life Alyx mods. Everything's modern. We have, like, ordinary plates. I think there's, like, glasses in maybe one of these. You even have silverware in the drawers. Obviously, he had to go through and, like, add this. All these, like, all this, like, kitchen... It just looks like you'd find something you'd find in a shitty bar. These are, like, Half-Life Alyx assets, but he's chosen the correct assets to use with sort of the theme he's going with here. I mean, Half-Life Alyx kind of exists in a really, like, shitty Slavic area. I think it's Russia, actually, but I'm not certain. But that's the whole, like, situation we have going here. I'm not sure that it's even another country though. I don't know if it's the US or not. But yeah, we're rescuing a girl. That's really from some kind of human trafficking organization. And the next mission is going to be taking out the boss of that. And we're hired by somebody to do this, obviously. Hence the name Gunman Contracts. There should be a guy in this bathroom, too. BRTs are, like, apparently bulletproof. Most of the time in Half-Life Alyx, if you shoot one of these, they actually break. I can't move this one, so this one's been, like, purposely stuck to the, cable. There's a lot of stuff like that in this mod. And that was a situation where I probably should have switched weapons. Not sure if I can use the mag release button or the charge lever release button with the Scorpion or not. Let me try it next reload, but hopefully not when I'm in the middle of combat. Perfect. Yep, does work. No, it doesn't. You do have to pull it back by hand. That's at least consistent with how this would work in the real world. I don't mind with some gameplay conveniences provided you stay within the spirit of reality with a game. Like, manual reloads for me are a must-have in VR games. They literally make the whole experience. That and, you know, the aiming proportion, but, like, I need to feel like I'm actually holding this gun. Be a health item, I believe, in the desk somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. I know I need that key card, but it's not what I'm looking for. I swear I was able to open these last time I was here, but may not. Yeah, okay, they did actually remove the saving feature from the first one as well. Which means it's likely this is also a one-run situation too. I still have this if I need it. I'm gonna probably... Oh, no, that's under there. It's gonna be difficult to get at. See if I can, like, use my gun to shoot it closer. No, that's not gonna work. Need health item. I can't even get my hands down there. No, if this was the actual Half-Life Alyx game and not a mod, I would have the gravity gloves to prevent situations from like this occurring. Like those are not just game mechanics; they're literally to help with situations like this, where something is inaccessible due to where it's placed in the game world. Like when you're in a VR game, like the designers understand that, so they add mechanics on purpose to substitute for the fact that it's still not going to be one-to-one reality. So that's why you can like, and if you guys aren't familiar with Half-Life Alyx, you can grab things at a distance by like pressing a button and then jerking it a certain direction, your hand in a certain direction, and pressing another button to grab. That's actually it's not just a mechanic, it's literally to make up for problems where shit will slip under areas where you can't grab it. These are guns from... Some of these are guns from Half-Life 2, I believe. This is the original model for the gun in Half-Life Alyx, like what it actually looks like. It doesn't look like this. This is a custom model. This wasn't originally how it was. It was normally... Like, it did look like that initially when this mod first came out. And these are Combine uniforms here. The use that the way he's used them is perfect. Again, it looks like a lab suit or a, you know. I'm not sure in the game if they're irradiation suits or they're just bio suits, but works perfectly for this. And then the overabundance of syringes right here. This is our subject here. We just need to syringe her.
Where?
And this is by far my
Where
least
are
favorite
we?
part. She's got the voice of Alex. This is my least favorite part because she is possibly the worst AI I have seen ever. He'll literally get out in front of you and you know, it's like, I have a gun, you don't want to get in front of me. Also, there's guys shooting. And she can also break the game entirely. Like right there. Like, why would you run to that spot? You waited till they were all dead. This is pretty bad. I didn't even have a round in the chamber. Like, if she was real, I'd have her, like, sit behind the car where she's less likely to be shot. But I have no control over her. Okay, now now she's pre-programmed to stand in a safe area, because this next part is, like, impossible if she didn't. I feel like I got shot in the back there, but didn't appear to lose health. Oh, it was the magazine. Ah. If they send me back to the beginning, I'm going to end it here and go, let's see where it auto saves me. It's probably gonna send me back to the beginning. I'm gonna count that as a win. Basically all that happens at the end is, yeah, all that happens at that point is you basically wait, you kill the dudes, and then you just kind of wait by here and a car pulls up. So there isn't a lot more left. Now, go back to the main menu here, and load up the second part of this. It's actually much harder. That one spot, you have to have cover. Like, I had to sit down for that portion. Which, if I'm gaming without, but I'm not streaming, I'm not gonna be wearing my full body, so I don't have to worry about that screwing up. Yeah, I'd have to move my tracker so like it wouldn't screw up the IK, and just not really willing to do that right now. I totally like forgot about that section when I first started streaming this. That was how I had it set up. Gonna like try to avoid any problems here. What I really dislike about it's a small complaint, it's still annoying, is when you start up, I can choose my movement type, but I cannot choose like whether I want snap or continuous turn. When Valve originally made Half-Life Alyx and it originally came out, it actually didn't have any continuous type of turning, which means that turning worked like this, where it's at preset angles. You can see like that's not smooth turning, that's just it's called snap turn. What I want is this, which is consistent with every other video game you've ever played. The reason that they do that in any VR game is because a lot of people end up with motion sickness, and that's to help combat that. And then, you know, people that first start in VR that, you know, have no motion sickness, like they have no, immunity to motion sickness whatsoever. They usually get motion sick super easily. So if you like driven a car all your life, but you've never ridden with someone very often, or not been on long car trips, never been out at sea, basically never been in a situation where you've been exposed to being motion sick, chances are you're going to be motion sick when you get into VR. Unless you use comfort options. Those are comfort options. Smooth turning, or no, it's not smooth turning, snap turn, and vignetting, that's where like the black, you see black on the edges of your vision and stuff. But like if you're like impervious to it like I am, it just detracts from the game, and makes it less immersive and less realistic. I want a VR experience to be as close to reality as I can get.
I'm sorry, sir, but the building is closed off for a private event.
There's more of them.
Here.
And that is something you cannot do in a flat game. And that's part of me putting my avatar on the lower left hand of the screen. You can actually put yourself there. I don't want to be on screen. If you guys seen my YouTube channel, if you find a video that has my face in it, it's because it was there by mistake. There are no videos, no public videos of me on YouTube with my face shown. I don't want my face out there in general. If I want to keep my online life and my real life separated. So I've chosen to have an avatar represent me, and it's supposed to show what kind of full body movements are required to play whatever game I'm streaming. So you guys know if there's like manual reloads and stuff like that that are in the game, or if the game has a full body support system. So far, the only game that has a in-game full body support system is Blade and Sorcery, and the rest are all social games. And I don't stream those because they generally would be very exploitive if I were to. Like VR chat, for example, most of the people I meet in VR chat are talking about their actual lives. Sharing those situations without their consent or knowledge, honestly, it's just a dick move. I've met people that do it. It's one thing if you inform everybody. I won't even do that. I want it to be a situation where, like, there has to be a reason for me to want to record that. Like, if there's a game inside VR chat that I'm trying to, like, show off, or if I'm doing something for demonstrational purposes, or I'm doing an interview with someone. Those are the only reasons so far that I've plus, like, most of the content in VR chat, like, is just me hanging out with people. It's not really something I would consider, like, something people would want to watch, either. It's sort of akin to, live streaming. Like, people just stream, like... I swear there was, a healing item. I think I must have missed it. So glad these guys aim like stormtroopers if I'm moving. I think it's this door that has the healing item in it. He just patiently waits for me to reload. Thank you, Mr. Villain.
Don't move.
Oh, he must be above me. I don't know where he was, but he wasn't behind me when I looked the first time. I'm gonna open this slowly here. The other thing is you guys can even see when I'm firing the gun too. You'll see my finger go down when either A, I'm actually firing the gun, or B, it's resting on the trigger.
Here.
Right through the door there, he shot. Like, this part of the door would probably be wall bangable, the metal part not so much.
Shoot him!
Get brought a backpack full of clips and or magazines into this fight. He did make it so you only live one life, so I think giving you limited ammo. Originally the ammo was limited, I think. It wasn't like super limited, but you couldn't just. You didn't have infinite ammo, if I remember correctly. That's not giving me the hand. Did I never pick the handgun up? That's totally possible. I thought I did. Yeah, I must have picked the handgun up. Oh, that's right. There is a healing item that's up ahead, I think.
Punch him.
Be careful here, because I do know that there's still enemies that show up. Okay, so we're gonna wait on using this, but I did want to show off one interesting thing. If you, all these other cupboards and stuff are empty except for this one. You have a troll in here, or a garden gnome that doesn't break, even though it's made of ceramic. But this is really interesting. If you guys, I don't know if you guys won't be able to see this like with my avatar, but I'm not pressing a button to do this. I'm literally just squeezing my controller. And this is a feature that Valve added to the game. It's a very minor thing, but I'm actually squeezing the controllers to make it do that. Because the index doesn't have a grip button. Instead, what it has is just a surface for your hands to rest on, which can act as a grip button. But additionally, there's a pressure sensor. So you can use that as a grip. So if like I want to grab something, rather than just place my hands on it, I can squeeze down. So that sort of acts as the grip. That way, if you're resting your hands on your controller, you're not accidentally grabbing things, which is an issue that I think a lot of people, when they talk about... Oh shit. Really? Did he actually move to cover? It's the first time I've seen them do this. Oh, he moved to try to get me. Yeah, when people talk about VR gloves, I think one of the things they're really, really missing is, like, one example is, like, if I wanted to grab, like, this drawer, for example, does that happen when I just make a fist? And then how do I differentiate between just making a fist, like I want to punch something, versus wanting to grab something? Or if I don't want to grab this item here, like you have to think about those things when making hardware and software work together. In addition to that, how does movement going to be done? We have analog sticks right now. Do you add just analog sticks to the gloves themselves? Are they a modular piece? How do they attach? Like, things like that need to be thought out. And again, with gloves, there's no pressure there wouldn't be any pressure sensitivity unless you add a button literally to the inside of the grip or pressure sensor inside your hand in the glove. But you have to make sure that works ergonomically. Like, you actually can do that easily with your hand when you want to grab something. And then you lose out on things where, like, I press this button on my controller to actually make that magazine eject. You know, you're gonna have to do something completely different for guns to work. I mean, one of the obvious things is literally just pressing this button, which is the mag release button on this gun. Or you would have to grab it out. But so far, buttons have added a lot of things. The index controllers have like a surface to sense where each one of your fingers is, and how close to the controllers it is. It's literally the same mechanism that's in your cell phone's touchscreen. It is a capacitive sensor. So what that means is, like, the way that it tells how close your finger is literally by tuning that capacitor to be more sensitive than your phone screen would be. At a certain level, it can tell how far away your fingers are. That's how finger tracking works on the index controllers. The thumb is actually not part of that. It's entirely done by the buttons on the face of the controller. Like if I have 4 different thumb positions. I don't know if the avatar software that I have, just like my avatar, actually shows that or not.
Here.
It does in some games, and VR chat, it has 4 separate thumb positions. But I can have all the hardware in the world,
There.
VR gloves and whatnot, but all the existing software, like all these games that were designed with controllers in mind, have to be completely redesigned to support that hardware. Or you have to try to emulate something like the index controllers, which only gives you about as much functionality as the index controllers would, and no real advantage other than just having a little extra immersion.
Enemy. Start out. Hey.
One thing I hate is when they go down, their footsteps don't stop, so it makes you feel like they're still alive, and you might see me like checking behind me when there's nobody there, and that's because I'm hearing their footsteps. But you guys won't hear it. It's way too quiet. The index audio system is super sensitive. Actually getting some like frame cutting on the bottom of my index. It's really like subtle, there. Like it's cutting the screen. This is just fun to do. You can't actually do this with your hand. Well, you can once it's broken, but you can't break the glass with your hands, even by punching through it. Actually, that one's an open window.
Stop. Here.
Better to lose a round in the chamber when you rack this back than forgetting to pull it back in combat. Although this charge lever lets you know because it'll be locked back if it's out of rounds, but if I do that, well, okay, no, this one actually functions without the mag in it. Some guns are designed that you won't know if there's no mag in it. This part is critical I get correct, so this can kill me so easily. Ah, man. He just absorbed all my bullets. Just eating up rounds there. I'm gonna have to go back and grab that healing item in the kitchen. Oh, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try to make it back there. I was supposed to blow that helicopter up, which is what I just did. That helicopter starts firing at you with a shotgun and just will kill you in like 2 hits if you don't take it down as quickly as possible. I have to be careful because this area might be repopulated full of enemies once I walk through here. I'm pretty sure the kitchen is where that healing item was. Unless I used it right away. Oh, they locked it off. Okay, that's not good. Let's see if... no, here it is. Okay, there we go. I feel much better. Getting to that with 50% health is possible, just not ideal. This is a much harder, like, the bullets hit harder in this mod, even on the easiest difficulties. The easiest difficulty, well, isn't really a difficulty, it's just playing through the story. But the one I'm on, even, is much harder than just half of Alex in general. Alright, here's the boss.
Spare the ammo. This thing is bulletproof. So, by the sound of things, I guess my lift down has been cancelled. Don't worry. Backup will be here shortly. All I need to do is wait. Sit. Relax. Thinking about how to find out who you are, who you're working for, and how to kill each and everyone you care about. Slow. I want you to picture that before you part. We're done here.
Wait, there are two kinds of bulletproof glass. We have the most common type, which is laminated glass, where you have polycarbonate, glass in the center, and then polycarbonate. Now, polycarbonate is not only bulletproof, but it's effectively impact-proof too. An explosion won't destroy it. A bullet doesn't destroy it. It won't cut through it. It's really hard to break through. However, just like everything, including metal, you can cut through it, and that's what we're about to do with this. And this, once this cuts through, it blows up. So we're gonna cut straight through the metal. The laminated glass, which whether it's got glass in the center is irrelevant, because either way it would go through. But the fact that, like, if there was shattered glass in the ground here, which we can see it's shattering, which means this is laminate. This would have had two pieces of poly on it, and in the center we had glass, just regular gold glass. Like I said, as long as you can cut through, it doesn't matter. Bulletproof glass is not interpenetrable, just you can't shoot through it or blow it up. Like because it absorbs shock, it's going to absorb most of the energy from a round. I'm not sure what it would take to cut through it though. It's still a very strong material, but I don't think it's stronger than metal in terms of cutting, so.
Enemy!
This is a close to mid-range weapon here. Doesn't work so well at range. Which could explain why these guys are stormtroopers, but the fact that they're stormtroopers at close-up is a whole other thing. Okay, what I'm supposed to be doing is working my way down to the entrance of the whole shebang here. There's an elevator nearby. Forget where that is. Okay, so I think we're supposed to go through here. Which leads us back out to the at least was down. Just a shortcut to the entrance.
Enemy! Stop!
It's very reminiscent of the Matrix lobby. here. Even have one of the guns that turned in my hands here. Maybe I did grab that healing item? Okay, that's Gunman contracts. I'm gonna be doing some more Half-Life Alyx mods, as well. The nice thing that Valve added just a ton of retail replay value because you have these mods made by the community. Most of them, or a majority of them, are Half-Life universe based. This is one of the few that isn't. And some of them try to throw a wrench in game mechanics, and there's even some that try to mimic as best they can Portal 2 as well, which you can experience in VR if you want. Very interesting prospect. It would be really a good project for Valve to start up with. I don't know why. Okay, I guess it's putting me back in like the range area. Yeah, I swear that I grabbed this gun because I had to grab the magazine and load it. But maybe the first, or maybe the second one just doesn't want to play. Yeah. I guess it just doesn't play nicely with like, just the Scorpion replaces the handgun, I guess. Interesting. Well, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.